Jones Jr. will be working with Errol Spence Jr. and let me counterpunch. First of all, he's going to be working with him. I'm paraphrasing because I read the paragraph earlier. He's not necessarily going to take on the trainer role. He's going to see where Errol Spence is at. And he's going to see what he can do. He's going to see how they gel. He's going to see where and what he has left. And if he does, he may take up that role. If he does not, he's satisfied because he just wants to get the ball rolling with Errol Spence. Okay? Because keep in mind, Errol Spence's last fight was against, almost been 3 years ago, bro. Let's just call it 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It's been a long time ago. And because of that, I think he needs a tune-up. I think he needs maintenance. I think he needs training. I think he needs time, which when I say time, I think he needs time in the ring and time getting himself back together. That's what Roy Jones Jr. wants to do, right? And I think him with Roy it's interesting. I'm not sure how good it would be because based on what I've seen and who I've seen Roy train, it's like to me, it comes off to me, and I love Roy, okay? It comes off to me that everyone that he trains, he wants to train them to be another carbon copy of him, which I don't know, and I know that's not the right thing to do. You know, he's done that with Chris Eubank. He's done that with Jamal Charlo. He's done that with a lot of fighters that he brings in. And when he does that, it's like he wants them to emulate what he does. And those guys are different styles. So I think it's kind of counterproductive for those guys to emulate what he does. You see what I mean? I don't, you know, because for one, Roy was blessed with this athleticism since he was a child. And because of that, that's one of the reasons that I don't think that he should be training guys to move like him, like the chicken thing, because they may not be able to do what he can do athletically. He's one of the most athletic, gifted guys on the planet when it comes to boxing. He's that good. He was that great, right? So I don't know how a guy that fights a lot like Hagler, that sits down on his punches, that works the body, how could he make him a better fighter? You know what I mean? How could he help him become something that he may not be? You know, because the beautiful thing about Errol Spence is the way he worked behind the jab and worked the body was a thing of beauty. But that's not Roy's style. Okay, and since that's not Roy's style, or should I say Errol's style, I think, I got distracted, sorry. I do think that it could be challenging because, you know, styles make fights, and not all the best fighters make the best trainers. You know what I mean? But I like the attitude that Roy has. It's not he's going to come in and try to run shit. He's coming in to see where Errol is at because he wants to see what Errol has left. He wants to see what he's, you know, how good he is, how they gel. He wants to see that. You know what I mean? And it's nothing wrong with that. But I will say this. Virgil Ortiz calling out Errol Spence because that's his dream fight and he wants to fight him next is bullshit. Bullshit. You know what I mean? Because why would you want to fight someone that's been out of the ring that long, and how much credit you think people will give you if Errol Spence decided to fight you? You know damn well you just fought someone. You've been active forever. You know what I mean? Like,